And we are live. Good morning, Pam. How are you?
Morning. Good, good. You?
We've been chatting a little bit already, but you go ahead. I'm going to, while it comes on and goes live, Mike does the sharing behind the scenes, but I share it to my page and stuff, and I'll share it to the women's group. So introduce yourself and let us know who you are and what you do.
I'm Pam Gauthier. I am Shawn Gauthier's wife. And what do? I work in a pharmacy at Shoppers Drug Mart, and I take care of the house for us. So
I don't think I knew that you did that.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, that's an interesting job.
yeah,
On top of everything else that you do.
yeah. Well, I'm only part-time now. After having Shawn, I went back only part-time. So
Ah, okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we can talk about all things how, and the typical question, how do you balance it all? But like, tell us a little bit about your job at the pharmacy.
We pretty much do everything except for checking the prescriptions. We put it all together, and it's a lot of fun, to be honest. We've been doing it for 18 years, so.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I was taught this by, my mom taught me this actually. She said, if you have questions about any kind of medicine or medication, don't ask the doctor, ask the pharmacist, because they know, obviously that's,
They know quite a bit.
Yeah.
And a lot has changed over the years, so they're allowed to authorize prescriptions for you now. They can do quite a bit.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So how is, I guess we could talk a little bit about the big topic that's in the news right now, the coronavirus. Are you seeing a lot of anything about that where you guys are?
We don't, actually. And to be honest with you, when this front store manager came to us, we weren't allowed to talk about it to anybody. So we just see a lot of people coming in, clearing out our hand sanitizer, clearing out our masks.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's the same as here.
Yeah, that's about all the precaution you can do, right? And pretty much if you're healthy, I think you're okay.
Right. And I think, too, it is one of those things, I think it gets, and I don't want to get into a whole bunch of, political stuff, but, I think it gets into a frenzy state and people start panicking, and then, it goes on a big, thing. If we're all just, like you say, wash your hands, all of those things. Yeah.
That's cleared us out of everything.
The same as here. We had signs up because I've got a Shoppers Drug Mart right below where we live. So I'm in there pretty much almost every day. And because they have a few groceries and stuff too. And when Rex is away, I'm not stocking up on a lot of stuff, right? So go down there. But yeah, they had signs up. Now they're back in stock, but masks and hand sanitizer was sold out. But I mean, and in Vancouver here, we have a majority of the population is out of the country.
Oh.
And from China, there's a huge population, and there isn't the frenzy that's going on in the States. And I find it interesting because it's we're a little bit more lax on our borders and stuff, and there's nothing here.
Oh, wow.
But I think too that it's not uncommon to see people walking around with masks here. That's been forever. But always it makes me wonder, when I first came here and I would see that, I was like, is that person sick, or are you, do you think I'm sick? What's happening here? It always made me nervous. I was never sure, right?
They come into work like that. I'm like, oh, I don't know if you're sick or you're just taking precaution.
Right. And I think it's, I guess it's good that they do that, obviously for obvious reasons, because they're not spreading anything. But it's also, I also get a kind of a chuckle out of it because you see people the other day I was sitting beside a gentleman in Starbucks wearing his thing, and I thought, well, so so now you're going to have to lift your mask to drink your drink. So now you're breathing in all the bad air. How does it work? How does this work? But I bet you see a lot of, you'd have quite a variety of people that you're seeing.
We do.
mostly it's not. I would have thought that would have been a stressful, like.
It's really not. No.
Awesome.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I bet
I
it's
enjoy going.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
get to see all kinds of different people and stuff. And
Yeah.
so how often do you work? How many days a week do you work?
I do Monday to Thursday, and I only work 9:30 to 2:30.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So then I can drop Ava off for school, pick her up. Shawn's mom stays with Junior, so it works out perfect.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're off.
How old is Ava?
5. She'll be 6 next month.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that seems crazy. Because I
know.
guess because of Facebook, it seems like we've seen, when you see people's kids, you think, oh, they're still little. Like well, 6 isn't like she's old, but like you still picture her as being so tiny.
So tiny, I know.
Holy smokes. And Junior is, how old is he? 1?
2.5.
2.5, see?
He'll be 3 in July.
That's crazy.
I know.
Holy smokes. It just flies by. And you guys have been married for how long?
We've been 3 years.
3 years, okay. And
known
together
each other for 8 and been together for 7.
Nice.
We actually met at his sister's wedding.
Ah, very good. Nice. So I guess fill us in on how you do it. How do you balance everything?
Actually, I don't think it's too hard, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, we have our routine. We get up, we get ready for school and work, and we do our day, and we come home, we make dinner, and do some homework, and it's bedtime. I mean, it really doesn't seem so stressful, to be honest with you.
Well, I think too, you have the very good fortune of having a partner who's pretty hands-on by what you guys post. Like he's right in there doing all the things, and that is so nice to see.
It is. He's very, very helpful, for sure.
He's one of
it works with him being home, right? So
yeah, and I think that's, it's some people take that for granted, that they think it's those guys. There's that mindset out there that they're working, so why should they have to help at home? And I just that's a whole nother topic we could talk about forever too. But it's
times have changed.
Yeah, times have changed, and he actually is one of the 2 men that I commented on. It was last weekend, and it was a post that Robin did about her daughter and prom dress shopping, I guess they call it there. And he was the first one that made the comment, and I was reading the comments and I was like, that is so refreshing to hear, and what girls need to hear from their dad.
Aww.
It was awesome. I don't know if you saw it, but I
didn't see it.
Yeah. No. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. I'll tag you in it so you can see it, or you'll have to go read it. But him and another gentleman, both worldwide guys, came on and said very, very awesome things, and just
that doesn't surprise me.
And I think it would surprise people. This is all we're going to talk about Shawn, because I know people are probably on here wondering what we're going to say about him. But he comes across with that tough guy, because he doesn't smile in pictures, and he's serious, and he's probably got a little bit of Dave George in him, where he's a little bit of a teddy bear in certain circumstances, I think.
For sure, with his kids. Yeah. That's his world, right?
Yeah. Most definitely. You guys are you guys do so many fun things with your kids too, like the games, the hockey games and football.
We try.
Yeah, it's so cool to see you guys involved in doing those things with your kids so much.
Try to give them a variety. You know? Bring them out there and let them know what they can see. It's an opportunity, right?
Yeah, for sure. So are you involved in the business side of anything of Combat Foam, or is that a separate deal?
Separate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do my work, I do this, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, it would be a lot if you were doing all, right?
I think it would.
Yeah.
I would need more time at home to help with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's had that business for how long?
That's a good question.
Long time.
A long time.
Yeah. Number of years. Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys are I'm always trying to figure out where everybody is in Ontario, because like I work with Mike, so I'm like, how far away are they from you? So you guys, you guys are not in Toronto. You guys are you in Hamilton?
Hamilton.
You're in Hamilton. Okay. Got it. All right. And I guess what else I was gonna ask you something. It's gone. It's that brain that's that brain I was talking about. Yeah. I was gonna say too, we talked a little bit about this before you came on, I was so happy that you are coming on, because I'm hoping that you are leading the way for other wives to come on. So our other Spray Foam Worldwide wives and our badass women of Spray Foam, we are hoping that this will lead the way and pave the way, because we need to hear. Yes, we need more. We need to hear from more of the women behind the scenes.
And they do, I'm sure they do a lot, but a lot of them are in the business too with their husbands, right? So
yeah,
a lot of stress on them as well.
And I think too, it's important for you guys to have a space, and that's why I'd like to see more activity where you guys have that support of each other, because what you guys are going, not necessarily like, it's not like you're going through, like, I don't mean that in a bad way, but like, you guys have small kids and you're trying to do, like, you're working or you're at home or you're helping in the business. Like, it's different than, and I don't like to say that men just go out and work and then they come home and do nothing, because that's not the case either. But I think women tend to do, there's a little bit more multitasking involved with women, and holding down the fort at home kind of thing. So you guys, that was one of the things that I came back from SPFA with, was there needs to be more involvement with the spouses, because without you guys, they aren't going to SPFA. They aren't going to whatever trade show. They aren't going to those conventions. How could they? Who's taking care of stuff at home? You know what I mean? So I think, and there was a few wives there, and they were awesome and just like so supportive of their husbands, and they were there. But I mean, probably bored out of their minds in some parts, because there just needs to be more involvement, and just the importance of the role you guys play is huge.
Yeah. So they can do what they do.
Yeah. Most definitely. So I guess I could ask this question, and that's kind of what I was hoping in the Worldwide Wives group, is there would be the kind of conversation about just some of the challenges maybe that go on with having husbands that do. Shawn doesn't really, does he travel far for work, or not too far? He's pretty close to home.
Not too far. No, I think the most he goes is up north. Okay.
So he wouldn't be gone.
No, like he's been gone for weeks, like a week at a time.
Yeah,
is big, right? So it doesn't make sense to come home and then travel back. Right.
So on those times when he's away, you've got family close by that can help out, or?
Yeah. Shawn's mom helps. She's excellent.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. It's important to have
every day with Shawn.
Ah, okay. Yeah. It's important to have that support around you. I know when my kids were little, we moved away from all of that, and I did work full time, and so that's
struggle,
a challenge, and it's because you got to find somebody you trust with your kids.
Oh, that's it. I wouldn't just leave them with anybody.
Right, and that is, and I mean, it's an expense, and it's all the rest of it, and it's very, very hard. But I mean, that's also 25 years ago, so it was a bit different. I think now it's because we're in a different day and age. That would even be more scary to try to find that person.
Oh, for sure. Everything you hear now, there's no way. Like, if Shawn's mom wasn't able to do it, I wouldn't have went back to work.
Right.
I would have just waited till Shawn went to school.
Right. Yeah, and it's nice that the company you work for, like, was able to work with you for those hours. That's perfect. Yeah, you kind of get the best of both worlds, Yeah,
well, being there for so long, I think it was easy for them, right? And they had someone leaving, a student, so timing worked out great.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So grade 1, is she going into grade 1 this
She will
fall?
be.
Yeah, holy smokes. It goes by so fast, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
And then soon he'll be going.
Yeah.
You know, it's so scary to think.
And soon they'll be 25 and 22.
Like are they
mine.
living at home still, or are they gone?
Well, no, one actually does live with her dad still, and my youngest still lives with her dad. She's working and stuff and going to school, and then my oldest she's been out since she went to university. So she went to university out of province. So yeah, good. And now living away from home.
Yeah, so
and working and so they're good. But I mean, I remember when my kids were that age, like the age of your kids, and it's I'll see people posting about like, they're so busy with it, like their work and stuff. And it's like, oh, you guys, like, make sure you take that time because it's gone. That's my biggest regret, I think, is
working.
I didn't, like base myself solely about work and because I didn't think I was a very good mom. And so it was really those challenges that were like, I'm going to define myself as what I do.
You're going to dive into your business and then, no, it's hard. It's an adjustment, right? Like you want to be able to give them a lot of you as well, but you still don't want to lose you in that process, right?
And that's hard.
Yeah. So going back to work it's not necessarily about money. It's about like seeing your friends and catching up and just chatting with adults.
Right.
So it's important for them to have time with Shawn's mom too, right? So they have this like special bond with her because she watched both of them. Right. So it's good for them. It's good for her. It's good for everybody. It just works out really well.
Yeah. And I think too, that when people they dive and are so much into their, I don't know how to say this without coming across as this is going to sound wrong, but like when you lose yourself in your kids, when they go to move away and they're going to become an adult, there has to be something that you have. And I don't mean you need to have a job, like you don't need to be out working, people tend to they will lose themselves in that role. And then it's like they are so devastated when their kids move on. And now you maybe have this spouse that you've been living with, but like you don't know that person either anymore. So it's kind of finding those balances of time for yourself, time for as a couple, as adults, So do you guys do the whole, like, do you guys just make time for like a date night, or what do you guys do to kind of keep your relationship together and strong?
We do make time for ourselves. Like we'll go out, his mom will come over, whether it's dinner or something small. I mean, it doesn't have to be big, but as long as you're recognizing them, right? You don't want to make them feel like they're left out. Right. So it's very important.
Yeah. And I think too, it's not like you say, it doesn't have to be big things. Like go out and have a coffee, or go out and like go
watch
for a walk
together while the kids are sleeping. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
For sure. Little things like that make it more.
Yeah. And are your kids really involved in like other activities? Do you have a lot of that going on yet, or is it pretty minimal still?
It's minimal for Shawn. Ava's in singing.
In singing?
Yeah, she takes singing every Thursday. Yeah, and Shawn takes some skating, so Ava's gotten really good at that. Shawn's still learning, but he's getting good. Yeah, he's still little, so he'll get there for sure. At that age, I mean, they pick up on that stuff so quickly. They do. Yeah, for sure. I remember that with my kids when they were those ages and taking them skiing, and I mean, I can't ski for anything, and they're going down the hill with no poles, and I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna stay in the lounge. I can't keep up with you. I don't skate that well, so that's why I have Shawn take them. Right. I literally have to like skate right into the pole, like the barrier, and stop myself. Right. Yeah. I haven't skated for a long time either, so it's crazy, but I find skating is one of those things that it's like an ankle breaking. I'm not very graceful at the best of times, so it's a little scary, but yeah. So,
And you guys go on like family trips. You guys, now where is it that you guys go? Is it called, it's a lodge that you guys
Great
go
Wolf
to?
Lodge.
Is that close by Hamilton, or where is that?
Niagara way, close to Niagara.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It looks like it's quite an awesome place.
They love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been going for 3 years.
Right.
Ava
You guys,
loves it there.
yeah. You get a little bit of everything there, it looks
You do.
like.
Really do. We go with a great group of friends, so we all book together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ava has her little friends that go. We have our adult friends that go. It just works out really well.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. That's really awesome. What was, shoot, there it is again. There it is again. We've got a few people on here. Rob Humphreys, Wayne Hawk, Abe Kennedy, Alita, Karen. Good morning, everybody that's on there.
Good morning.
They're saying good morning because you can't see the comments, but
Right.
they are on there. So, but I guess, so you wanted to come on. You volunteered to come on.
I did volunteer.
Yeah. So is there something that you want to talk about in particular that you think that would be helpful to any of the wives out there? Like, it sounds like you guys have like a good, like you say, when you have a routine, is your routine just kind of like what you guys do, or is it like you sit down and schedule? Are you a scheduler, or are you just, you kind of go with the flow and this is what you guys do?
No, we pretty good at trying to schedule.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's just we do it, we go.
It does become kind of a routine after a while, right? And I mean, once your kids are kind of into that, then it's not as hard to keep it going.
Exactly, because now they just follow suit, right? They know what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure. And so after this year, Shawn, you are going to come to SPFA next year?
That's the word.
If you guys go,
Yeah,
I think it's San Antonio.
Yes.
I think so. That's good. And like I said again, I was talking to Lisa Bilbin briefly because it was so fast. Like it's hard at those things. There's so many people you want to see and meet and talk to that
you can't get it all in at once.
No, it goes by so fast. But I said to her, next year this picture with the women, like we were rounding up like the women, like let's get more faces in here because there's just a lot of, it's just, and I think as much as women tend to be wanting to do the, like, supporting each other and empowering each other, there's that kind of funny space with women where it's like everybody's a little bit nervous. You know, men kind of dive in and they're like, yeah, whatever, like they'll go in and talk and whatever. Women are a little bit more like cautious of that.
For sure.
And it would be awesome to see so many of you guys there and just having that group. And I know some people aren't into that stuff, but it's nice knowing there's other
of us,
right. And I kind of look at it, there's strength in numbers. And again, without you guys doing what you do at home and keeping things going, they wouldn't be able to go.
It's important to help, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What they do supports all of us and what we can do too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
I guess it when does Shawn come, does he bring work home with him or does he leave that separate? Like if he's had a bad day, does he bring that home with him or no?
Never.
No. I guess he can talk about it worldwide, right?
Yes, right.
if he needs to.
If he needs to.
Yeah, so he keeps that, okay. Because that, I mean, it's, the other thing is supporting them, I guess, too, when they've had that kind of a crappy day. And same for you. Like if you've had a tough day at work too, or with, you know, had an off day just at home and you've got...
I can bounce it off of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to have that strong relationship and keep that support going. So,
for sure.
Yeah. Are you guys, I guess in that realm, like people, I get asked that question a lot from people about like Rex and I and how do we keep things, like how do we do that kind of keep each other how do we support each other if somebody's not doing, having a bad day or whatever. And it's, it's, everybody's different and everybody's going to do that differently. But I think the biggest thing is the communication. You got to keep the lines open, and you got to be honest with each other, and like nothing kept back,
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that.
It is hard.
Yeah. It's hard to be that vulnerable in that space of vulnerability, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Place to, like, if you're having a bad day, just he leaves it at the door.
Right.
He doesn't come in with it. It's good.
Yeah. I wish I had that talent, that ability. I work on that. That's a thing I have to work on a lot, because it's like, that is for me, that's a hard one. It's like, sometimes it drags all day with me, and it's like, no, I can't do it anymore.
No.
I can't carry it. But that's good he's able to do that, because then it's not affecting everybody around him, right?
Yeah. Home is different.
Home is separate from work.
That's right.
Yeah. That's awesome that he's able to do that, for sure. So
the talent.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
That is for sure. That is most definitely. So is he usually, I guess it depends on when his job, like, it's not like a 9-to-5 thing with these guys. So he'll probably come home at different times throughout the week.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Starts different, comes home different.
Right. And so when he gets home, that's it. Just now it's dad time and husband time, and
that's it.
Yeah.
We get to enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. I think that's very cool. So, what else could we talk about here? What do you have? I know. Well, this is the other thing. Okay, so for yourself, as we talked about not losing yourself in kids and work and everything, what do you do for yourself? What's something that you do just for you that you love?
Reading.
Ah, and do you what kind of books do you like to read?
History, adventure, stuff like that. Supernatural.
Ah, okay. Yeah. My youngest daughter is a real reader. She loves reading. She's come on the plane and she brings 5 books with her.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, when are you reading all those books?
Yeah, we're going to start now.
Yeah. So
I really don't read as much as I used to, but I try to get it in.
Do you do you do that just when after everybody's gone to bed, or do you kind of take time
I take it to
yourself?
Work with me.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, because then that's quiet time. No one's bugging me. I can read it there.
Right.
Or when I'm waiting for Ava at the end of the day to pick her up, I read before I pick her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my mom time.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice, yeah. And do you take any time, do you have, do you do the girls' night out thing, or is that not a thing that you do very often?
We don't do it very often, no. Yeah. I mean, a lot of my girlfriends have young kids like us as well, so we tend to just get together with our kids.
Right.
Which is fun for us. The kids can play and then we can chat, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that works out really well.
Yeah, that's what we used to do as well when they were littler. Yeah. And we had kids that were kind of all the same ages, and we did camping trips and different things with them too, and for 3 or 4 couples, and it was always fun, and the kids did they just loved it, because I mean, the more the merrier for them. Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they had a blast for sure. So yeah, cool. Well, like I said, I'm hoping this paves the way for more to come on. And I know that there was some people probably anxiously awaiting to talk and find out the scoop on that husband of yours. But
tight-lipped over here.
That's right. Loose lips sink ships. Is that the whole saying?
I think so, yeah.
So
he'll tell you whatever you want to know. You just have to ask him.
That's right. Yes, I know. It was so funny because I was bugging him at SPFA. I'm like, why don't you just come on? I'm not doing that. So I got the lowdown. I'm like, okay, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. When you're ready. When you're ready.
Just keep putting it out there. When you're ready.
When you're ready. That'll be never.
Yeah, that'll be never.
So yeah, it was one of those things that I'm like, okay, so anybody who's watching, waiting for that conversation, you're just going to have to message Shawn directly.
Yep. Get it from the source.
Yeah.
What? I'm having a conversation. I think that's my cue.
There you go. I was going to say, bring him on the screen.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm glad you came on. Thank
Yes.
you so much for taking time. I know you guys are busy, so I appreciate it very much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and you're welcome back anytime. So let's get more conversation going in that group. We'll get those ladies talking, and we're going to get more of them on here too. So
we will.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. And everybody at home, have a great day.
You too.
We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.